Hello guys, si Kesan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 77 ng laro tayo ng Super Robot Wars V Voyage. So, okay, tuloy natin ng campaign natin. Yung huling episode guys, natapos na rin natin yung chapter 35. Tapos nakuha natin yung SR point na pasaway. So, tuloy natin. Pero, bago tayo bagong scenario, gawin naman natin to. Hindi natin nakuha itong mga to eh. So, factoring muna yung dialogue ni Nine. May ace pilot na naman. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Maito. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Thanks, Nine. It's really cool of you to even make this fancy stage for me and everything. That's rather nice of you to say, but I feel it's modest compared to what you're used to as a company president. Oh no, I really do like what you've done with this place. It has a lot of heart in it. I can tell it's you who made it all just by looking at it. A lot of heart, you say? That's right, it's a good thing to have. Having a heart is what inspires people to act, and sometimes it's enough to even make crazy miracles happen. Thank you for telling me that. I'll be sure to take your words of wisdom to heart. Of course, I'm just happy to help how I can. Now what do you say we get this party started? Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Captain Testarossa. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. multiple promotions. Thanks, Nine. I kind of feel a little embarrassed. Being called an ace like that, though it's not my style. Then perhaps an alternative title is in order. Wouldn't goddess or queen suit you any better? What? Where did you even come up with those? I actually thought referring to you as an ace didn't sound quite right either, so I solicited some other opinions. Among the men in the squad, there was a nearly even split between those in favor of goddess and those for queen. Ano ba yan? Huh? That's interesting. That's what they think of me? Given that the last thing we need is a fight to break out among our ranks over the matter, I was hoping you'd decide for yourself which is the better title for you. Can I say neither? I'm not fond of either of them. Yes, that's perfectly fine. In that case, we'll go with the third place choice, which was simply plain old Tessa. I'll go ahead and announce this development to the whole ship, so we can finally move on from this long ordeal. Nine, wait, don't do that. I'll take goddess or queen. Queen instead. Tessa's the only thing that's even worse. Daming ace pilot, pangatlo na to Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Ryoma. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Thanks, Nine. It feels great to get to this point. I can't help but notice you have a very striking smile. It reminds me of a wild animal, in a way. It's not polite to compare people to animals, Nine. You're right, I'm sorry. You're a human after all. That's right, I'm definitely human. Then perhaps you could tell me about the most important human emotion of all. I'm talking about love. Love? What the hell could I teach you about that? Plenty of things, I'm sure. Please, Ryoma, I need you to teach me everything you know about love. Sorry, Nine, but that's way out of my league. He ran away. That's unfortunate. He sure got flustered over such a simple request. It almost makes me wonder if maybe he's not really a human after all. Maybe he is some kind of wild animal. Hindi ko na alam yung kwento nung version na to ng Getter team eh. Pero yung isang ano ba pangalan nun? Kasumi ba yun? Basta yung isang yung isang kasama nila sa Getter team, yung female may gusto siya dun eh. Ines Fresnage. She's the Nadeshiko Ace doctor and a Class A jumper like Akito and Yurika. Everyone thought she died in an accident, but she was here in the universal sensory dimension. She made the parallel boson jump to an alternate reality. Why do I suddenly feel so uneasy? Okay. Ilan pa yung kailangan natin i-unlock na items? Sa 2, 3, 4, 5 na lang. Although wala tayong pampili rin. Save natin. Tapos customization. Meron pa tayong kailangang upgrade? Meron actually. May naalala ko. Teka. Hindi mo na. Teka. Change pilot. Saan na yung ano? Saan na yung double seta? Si Camille. Wala. Okay, anyway. Optional parts. The GC. Si GC. May update ka ba? Para move ka mabilis. Pwede tanggalin yun. Pwede tayong emergency booster. Wag natin tanggalin. Customization. Teka. Yung Kshatriya. Level 3 natin to. Ayun, nice. Si Camille na nakasakay, so pwede ko na to i-level 5. Pilot range, skill, defensive rate, hit increased by 10 when special ability biosensor is active. Yung metas. Unicorn Gundam. Kailangan, at least kahit wala nang gagamit, so upgrade ko lang din. Marami pa naman tayong funds eh. Pa naman eh. Halos 3,500,000 pa eh. So okay lang. Save. Power parts. Tanggalin ko yung kay Toby at saka kay ano. Page it out. Tatanggalin ko yung ano. Binigay yung yung Mars Bowl. Haron. Si Unicorn wala sa strike module kasi max energy. Diva Shrink. SP. Kanina mo mas maganda yan. Bigyan natin kay ano. Sana si ano? Shin Getter. Gold Emblem. Wag. Ibibigay ko to sa battleship. Bigyan natin kay wala na. For now, yun muna. Natanggalin ko na sa'yo. Bigay ko sa kanya. Skill 3. Si Camille, anong skills niya? support attack, tapos kailangan ko yung isa, tapos ace pilot. So isang nga natin, teka. Yung mga importante. Ito kailangan, sino to? Si Fa. Kailangan niya ng ano, support attack. Support attack. So kailangan niya na. Kailangan ko ng isang Hindi pa ako tapos. Ano ba yung napindot ko? Cancel. Okay. Next time na lang natin upgrade. Teka. Tunin natin yung ano kung ganun. Hindi pa. Hindi ko. Dali lang. Ano ba yan? Ulitin ko na naman yun. Ano ba yan? Okay. At least na-save ko tong part na to. So, ano na lang, skill points talaga. So, teka. Kailangan ko na nga muna yung kailangan ko. Si Fa, support attack tsaka support yung ano, enhance. So, tsaka si Camille, kailangan ko yung enhance tsaka yung ano, so kailangan kong dalawang enhance tsaka isang support attack tapos isang proud ace. Ang samantala, teka, may magkamali na naman ako ng pindot teka. Isang proud ace, isang support attack, dalawang enhance attack. Camille, tapos si Fa. Magkamali na naman ako, save ko muna. Next. si Marida. So, kailangan niya ng isang enhanced attack. Task. Isang enhanced attack na kailangan ko. Wala ang pakialam dyan. Sige. Si Ask, ayan yung tatlo sa taga. Taga, si Marida, ilan? Nawalan ako ng concentration, taga. Si Marida, kailangan niya ng enhanced attack. Si Aska, yun yung tatlong na taga. Okay, kailangan niya yung enhanced attack tsaka support attack. Okay, yung dalawa muna para pa sa isa. Salamat kayo. Bumigay na rin ako. Save ko muna. Si Ray, kailangan niya na enhance attack. Shinji, enhance attack tsaka support attack. So dalawang enhance attack tsaka yun, dalawang enhance attack tapos isang support attack. Problema kasi dami nila eh. Supporters. Pinaka-importante rin doon eh. Top ones. Teka. Heals. Sige na. Kayo. Tapos lowest levels punahin natin. Tapos kung natitira kahit sino na. Takwas natin 7,200. Gold is 3.5 million. So, save. Tapos yun na. Tuloy natin yung campaign. Okay, tuloy na ngayon. Saan tayo? Access. Mahal Argama Hanger. Audrey, I never told you the truth about myself, did I? We wanted to hear the truth from you. You've already fulfilled Minerva Zabi's duty, so I knew before too long you would bear that name again. Thank you, Banneker. Now I can tell you everything. About me, about Laplace, about Inez Fresh-Sange. The Shikasi briefing room. So why would ganyan tugtog naman? What is this? They said that they'd explain everything on board the Nadeshiko, but what are these decorations? This is a Nadeshiko what and why. You know about this, Tierra? This is how they carry out briefing on board the Nadeshiko, apparently. But this is my first time seeing it for myself. Bayan, it's not really that big a deal. Well, it's about time for the explanation lady to show up. I bet they've really put their hearts into it. So it looks like it's starting. Pasaway, bakit ganyan? Mula seryoso, bigla naging bigla naging kenko yung music. Ano ba yan? Hey guys, it's time for Nadeshiko What and Why. Oh hey, it's been a while, huh? Yeah. It's really tough to play the rabbit without a costume, you know. You two are so tense. You can't get all shy at a time like this. Sorry, a lot's been going on. Yes, I know. Refined beauty is important, Captain, but you really shouldn't push so hard. If we're doing this, let's get started. Okay, everyone. I'm not happy about this. Well then, looks like she totally misread the room. It sure does. Okay then, nice to meet some of you. Nice to see you again for others. I'm Inez Fresh-Sange. So then, let me explain things. There it is, the motto of doom. It feels like their opening is missing something. Inez, you were a Class A jumper. I thought the Martian successors had you killed. That's half true, half misunderstanding. There na guys. On the orders of Chairman Akatsuki of the Nergal I've been searching for the lost Nadeshiko and in particular the calculation unit. As everyone knows, that was part of the fight with the Martian successors. For anyone hoping to manage, hoping to manage boson jumps, that calculation unit would be key. Definitely something they'd want to control. After a great deal of difficulty, the Nergal research team finally found the Nutishiko, but just then the Martian successors attacked. As my companions fell one by one, I prepared to boson jump for my life, but this time it ended up completely different from the ones I usually made. A parallel boson jump? A boson jump is a simultaneous movement through time and space, going back to the past and returning to the present. Since you come into contact with the past, that can affect the present world you return to, which could create a time paradox. If contact from the future changes history, typically this would only result in an alternate universe, preventing paradoxes. However, a boson jump apparently makes it possible. I don't get it. I go back before my birth and kill my mother. Right then, I create a world without my mother, and thus without myself. And in that moment, I am no longer part of that universe, but must be part of another one. Explanation, yung multidimensional universe theory. Even if I tried to return to that universe, how could I go back to a place where I was never born? I have to go back to a universe where I exist, where that branching off never occurred. If that weren't so, then existing when your mother died before you were born would be a paradox. But anyway, the time travel involved in a boson jump allows that kind of paradox. But I don't really want to find out what would happen to someone in that mom-killing situation we were just talking about. Ano ba yan? And so, what does this lengthy explanation have to do with your parallel boson jump? So boson jumps allow time paradoxes to occur. This unnatural element of the system is why the ancient Martian civilization that discovered boson jumping used it for spatial travel. Basically, we guess that they had some process to intentionally prevent sliding into parallel worlds. To put it another way, if we remove that process, you can use it to travel to parallel universes. I was afraid my explanation would run rather long, so thank you for speeding things up. I and the Natishiko and the calculation unit broke through the dimensional barriers, and were suddenly on this fractured axis. I see. So we switched places. It would appear so. Clearly, the Psycho-Frame's extended consciousness came into contact with the calculation unit. I was thinking about jumping at that same time. It got confused, and so the two of us switched places in a parallel boson jump. Is that even possible? Nangyari na nga eh. Theory always loses to reality. We must look at reality and try to explain it. We met her while recovering those parts of Axis pushed away from Earth. I'm Nanay Miguel. I'm the leader here at La Place. You were close to Char Aznavour. I also hear you were director of the Neo-Zeon New Type Research Institute. Is that so? So why are you heading up a group like this? To explain that, first I have to tell you more about Char Aznavour. The reason he tried to drop Axis onto Earth was not to exterminate the entire Earth population. It was to reunite the colonies and Earth, and to bring about the end of war. For that, he took on the grave sin of murdering our home planet. Out of pure ego, no one, not him, not anymore, could have believed that would work. His heroism and ambition, despair, and hope act in his rivalry with Amuro. It really is something he'd do. People lost their lives for that. Indeed, you are not wrong. In fact, in his heart, Commander Char agonized over his choice, but hoped to realize human potential. What's that supposed to mean? The commander hoped, even as he and Amurare failed to reconcile that with the Axis shock, all people could be joined in peace. Axis shock. A phenomenon seen during the Second Neo-Zeon War, Char's Rebellion. Char planned to drop the asteroid Axis onto Earth to make it uninhabitable. To prevent this, Task Force Zondabel succeeded in disintegrating Axis, but due to the strength of the explosion, a fragment of Axis headed toward Earth. Amuro attached the new Gundam to Axis, which had already entered Earth's atmosphere. In an effort to turn it back, as a result, psychoframe light was emitted by the mobile unit, attracting nearby forces, who gathered around the plummeting Axis. Overcoming division between Earth Federation and Neo-Zeon, they attached their mobile suits to Axis and together pushed it back. The growing psychoframe light knocked out the mobile suits apart from New Gundam and pushed the asteroid Axis beyond Earth. The psychoframe light, which caused this phenomenon, was seen from various locations across Earth, leaving an impression in the minds of many. Next. Through the revelation of the psychoframe, I perceived the commander's final hope, and so I searched for another way to bring an end to war. If either side were to finally win, that might end this war, but would also bring about new hatred. We hope to create a different future than that. Dali lang, guys. Continue. Audrey. And to that end, I have been in contact with Her Highness, petitioning for a ceasefire. Sadly, her way of thinking is rare in the military-ruled Neo-Zeon of today. However, with the colony's help and silent sympathizers, we can't be ignored. The war has gone on too long. Of course, there are still those who carry hate from the one-year war and the Federation's actions before it. Asking them to just forget might sound futile, but if they don't do so, I believe humanity will have no future. The place was formed in secret, but once Her Highness joined, we started to grow beyond all our hopes. There are a lot of folks like me who are tired of war. Cinnamon, my family was slaughtered by the Federation and I fought hard to avenge them. I took my revenge in unspeakable ways. I could see myself how inhuman I had become, but nothing filled that hole. I started to lose hope. I started to lose my desire to kill, unsure if I should slog on to my death like that. And then I met Marida. I was living as Spy 12, having lost everything else. I thought she should join my quest for revenge, but then it suddenly seemed so pointless. The last straw was the battle in Dakar. When I saw Mahdi's daughter devoured by hate, I thought of Marida in her place, and I couldn't fight. You mean Lonnie? Then I met someone else like me, who Marida saved, and decided to join them here at La Place. What? Who else did she save? You all know him too. He would like to greet you himself. He's on his way. Na si Alberto. Good to see you all again. Alberto, imagine meeting the head of Anaheim Electronics in a place like this. It's precisely because of my place at Anaheim that I'm in touch with Laplace. What do you mean? Anaheim set up cooperation with both Lucian and the Federation, hoping to prolong the war. But that's all falling apart now. All because Leonard Testarossa seized control of Amalgam. Wait, how is Amalgam involved in this? As I assumed, Anaheim Electronics was part of Amalgam all along. Exactly, and the head of Amalgam, Leonard, has cut ties to the Federation and joined Neo-Zeon. Now it looks like Anaheim's been pushed out of Amalgam. Dahil lang, guys. Okay, continue. Now it looks like Amalgam's been pushed out of... Anaheim's been pushed out of Amalgam. Why would he do that? With Anaheim's size and influence, it seems like that would be a huge loss. I'm not sure exactly. Amalgam clearly believes it can operate even without our support. Angered by Leonard's decision, Anaheim has joined the Federation and hopes to annihilate Xi'an. That's a huge undertaking, even for revenge. If they mess up, it will only accelerate the war. Even with Anaheim's help, though, the Federation's totally outclassed. So does Anaheim have something special planned? I'm not kept that much in the loop. I'm not kept that much in the loop. It would be nice to have someone a bit more in the know to join us. Yeah, but thanks to Alberto, we've got the beat on Anaheim, so we should show some gratitude. I am only following my conscience, and well, perhaps it's a mistake, but there's someone who says even a person like me is needed. That's Marida, isn't it? Yes, and also Camille Bidan. Asked me to come. Camille did what? Well, Anaheim had connections with AEUG, so I was able to contact Alberto through Wong, who's right at the heart of Anaheim. An executive of Anaheim Electronics, whose full name was Wong Lee. He monitored the AEUG on Argama with full authority from Melanie Hugh Carbine, chairman of the company. Wong? You mean Wong Lee? Yes, when I was in recovery on Earth, he and his sister came to visit me a lot. That was also on Commander Char's wishes. Apparently, he was really worried after what happened to me in the Grips conflict. But the commander always said he could never show his face to Camille. And so, as I hope to fulfill his dying wish in another way, I asked Camille to join us here at La Place. Namatay si Char dito sa game na to. Hindi siya nag-change ng identity into ano ba yung alternate identity niya? Ano ba, nakalimutan ko. In my heart of hearts, I can never forgive Char Aznavour for what he tried to do. Ano pangalan niya? Nasa dulo na ng tila ko. When for me, it's not Char's goal that I'm after, but the road to peace that led Commander Quattro to fight against Neo Zeon. That's what pushes me on. So that's why you've returned to the battlefield? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of fine talk, but how exactly are you going to end this war? Why can't we just take out Neo Zeon's top guy, like back in Haman and Char's day? These days that would be full frontal. If we cut off the head, the war should end right. The war should end right there. Our goal goes beyond that. Ending the war in a single stroke will only lead to it all happening again. It won't solve the few fundamental problems we face. And fortunately, we have been unable to find the real solution ourselves. That is why we have contacted you all. Not Neo Zeon, not the Federation, but you. Are you suggesting we take down both Neo Zeon and the Federation? Do you think that's best, Jidao? Of course not. That's the kind of craziness Char or Haman would have tried. You're just as Haman described you. We were close to her. You were close to her? When I was on Axis, Haman taught me so much. And when I returned to the Earth sphere, she remained one of my few friends. Apparently, the Minerva Zabi's body double was part of Haman's plan to protect the real Minerva. Minerva Zabi's body double refers to the body double of Minerva Zabi, the last surviving member of the Zabi family of the Principality of Xi'an. It was later revealed that the Minerva Zabi who appeared in public during the Crips conflict and the First Neo Zeon War was a body double. Okay?
Kala ko naman may additional information tungkol doon.
And that relationship is why on her death, Haman Karn passed control of the colony laser to Her Highness. So Haman set all that up. While she was serving as a mentor, Neo Zeon was on the verge of falling apart from within. You mean Glemy's insurrection?
Yung nakalaban din natin siya sa Super Robot Wars Alpha eh.
The person who instigated a rebellion against Haman Karn at the end of the final Neo Zeon War. His full name was Glemy Toto. He was the master of LPO. Dapat hindi play yan eh. LPO Puru and the Puru series, and used them to form a new type squad in an effort to control Neo Zeon. However, he was eventually attacked by the deserted Gundam piloted by Ru, Loka, and Lion. Yes, and in order to suppress it, Haman had the colony laser repaired after it was damaged in the Crips conflict. In the end, it was never used, since Haman and Glemy both fell in battle, and Commander Char went on to reorganize Neo Zeon. So since control of Neo Zeon passed from Commander Char to Full Frontal, the chief faction of Neo Zeon is currently unaware of the colony laser. The first I knew of it was when Haman entrusted it to me around the time I joined La Place. We'll keep it as a final deterrent to be used in case it looks like Neo Zeon might actually destroy Earth. In a space war, the colony laser certainly could turn the tide of battle. If we used it, couldn't we take Zeon head on? No way, we can't use it like that. If we did, the war would become a quagmire quagmire inescapable. I know. It was just a thought. Indeed, you are just the people we should entrust with our power. You got in touch with us, knowing you needed to check out your partners. We didn't decide on you right away. We also considered contacting someone in the Earth Federation government to oppose Neo Zeon. That's why you were coordinating with Ensign Ride. However, Councilman Mercenas tried to use me as a tool in his negotiations with Zeon. Ronan Mercenas, He's chairman of the Settlement Issues Council. He's got a lot of clout with Federation forces.
Ang daming name drop ng mga pangalan. Heavily text driven talaga kasi tong game na to eh. Tsaka kung hindi mo alam yung anime eh, malilito ka talaga eh.
You all are different from them. You believe in a way to end this war without simply destroying your enemy. We will have the colony laser and calculation unit with you. However you use it, it has the power to end this war. Are you sure that's okay? You all have shown your true intentions. I have seen it with my own eyes. I trust you. Please somehow use this power not for victory or defeat. Not simply to destroy Neo Zeon or the Federation, but to find the path to peace. We understand. We'll take it. Thanks to Nanai's help, we've developed a solid system to contact the calculation unit via the psych frame. With a bit more research, we should be able to use it to voluntarily jump to parallel worlds. You mean it? We could go home? Home? We might actually go home. I could be on my way to Iskander again. Neo Zeon is quite a bit ahead, in psychoframe research though. Above all, we have the key calculation unit in our hands. We've also got a huge advantage in research materials, with the Martian successors having obtained a new Gundam. What's more, we have the cooperation of a Class A jumper, adding to which she's also a researcher. Stop already, it's still a bit early to relax. First, before I share my research results with all of you from Yamato, there's no need to say any more. We will use all our power to help bring this dimension's war to an end. We won't do it for any reward, but because as people living here and now in this world, we wish to fight for peace. Thank you, Commander Akita. Power beyond that of the Federation and Neo Zeon, and gathered here people from different dimensions. Something big is going to happen. That will be the true test of human potential.
Sobrang haba ng dialogue na yan, man.
Inside Axis Calculation Unit. As hard as the Martian successors and Nergal were looking, they never found the calculation unit. Who would have thought it was in another dimension? Even if there had been no problems with the boson jump, the idea that it could penetrate the dimensional walls and pick up a jumper's thoughts is incredible. But this means that boson jumping will become a tool of war. But it's not a weapon to use against enemies. It's got the power to end the war. Akito, are you sure? It's optimistic, but I want to believe it. I want to end the fighting and quickly. You're right. And after that, I know that boson jumping will help to bring out humanity's true potential. It has the power to connect all three dimensions. AD, New Century, another dimension, New Correct Century, and Universal Century. Dahil Argama Hangar. I see. You've been through a lot too, haven't you? Yeah. You does stop Purutu and me from fighting, and he rescued me from battle. He's the reason Purutu and I are standing here right now. And now we're with you too, Marida. Purutu. You're both right.
Clones kayo eh.
You can call me Big Sis, you know. Well, never mind her. Even I still call her Puru. And anyway, Marida isn't Puru 12 anymore. Yeah. Okay then. Well, let's all get... Well then. Okay then. Well, let's all go get ice cream. Let's go. Puru. File. Okay. Don't worry about it, Marida. Just be yourself. Thanks. That might be the first time I've seen her smile. True, it's the first time I've ever seen her so carefree. It was worth coming to the place for that alone. Now that's something new. Seeing this grumpy old warhorse get all wistful over a smiling girl.
Malapit na tayo sa time. Pag nag-start na tong combat, guys, save ko na.
But it's a good thing. It was Marida who saved me. After I strayed so far off the path of humanity, she saved me too. If I'd never met her, I would certainly still be working to draw out this endless war. When people meet, fates change. Life certainly is an interesting thing. Marida was a victim of war, and she's led a very sad life. Yeah, people have to change so that no one else will have to live like her. I'm part of that problem. Amuro, you must know, I'm the one who killed your father. Yes. It was war. You did not carry the blame. You saying that feels like redemption. I believe what you said, and I will support you despite what Char did. Me too, Audrey. Thank you, Commander Amuro, and you, Banagher. So, Audrey, about the name of this organization, the place. Enemy sighted. Ano ba yan? It's most likely Neo Zeon. There was a time when Full Frontal tolerated Laplace's existence. Whatever for, he probably thought it unimportant. But now the influence of Londobel has changed things. And if he's found out about the colony laser, then he will have to try and take it. Is the colony laser okay? The better part of Laplace's forces are on that side. It won't be easy to take. Alright then, if that's so, then let's protect Axis. Camille, don't use your Regisi. What? I've got your Zeta. I reckon the Zeta suits you better. Okay, let's go, Camille. Me and you make a triple Zeta. No, Camille. Scenario 36. Who inherits the stars?
Save na natin dito.
Gusto ko yung mga may ano eh. Shiko. Ayan, wag na si Nadeshiko. Si ano na lang. Pareho sila ni Yamato. Suspend na natin, guys. Tuloy na lang natin next episode. So save game. Okay, ano yung objective? Defeat Land, Custom, and Banshee within 4 turns in a single turn. Medyo challenging to Pero siguro doable naman. So, sa pang-save. Ito natin yung game.
ゲーム中断とはいい判断だ。長時間プレイすれば集中力が落ちてミスを引き起こす原因になるからね。だけど戦いはまだ終わらない。休憩が済んだら必ずまた戻ってきてくれ。人の犯した過ちを僕と一緒に粛清しよう。できれば戦い以外の方法でね。
Okay, guys, teka. Okay, guys, Keshan Balasa signing off. Next episode na lang ulit.